national educator.
Hello learner, welcome to our today's secondary school revision lesson 8. Our subject is business studies and our topic is inflation. I am your teacher, Stephen Kiamba. Let's look at the objectives of our lesson today. By the end of the lesson, you should be able to interpret the questions and give the most satisfactory responses. We are going to have a question approach in this lesson. We're going to have sample questions from the topic of inflation, the topic which we are revising, and the questions will guide us on how to respond to similar questions. Let's look at our first activity, and this is our first question. It goes, highlight 4 measures that a country can take to reduce the level of inflation. Highlight 4 measures that a country can take to reduce the level of inflation. The marks awarded are 4 marks. Let us analyze or break this question down into bits so that we clearly get what is required of us from this question. Number 1, we need to identify the theme of the question. And the theme of the question is on measures of controlling inflation. Learner, you need to ask yourself why it is important to always identify the theme. And in this case, the theme is the subject that is being talked about or being analyzed or being questioned in this particular activity. Once you identify the theme correctly, you'll be able to remember what you learned and use that knowledge to respond appropriately to the given question. So we have identified the theme of our question. Let us move to the next thing. Identify the requirement. And this question requires 4 measures. Out of the theme of measures of controlling inflation, you are only required to give 4 of those measures. Number 3, the term used in testing is highlight. Learner, you need to every time identify and correctly understand the term of testing, because every term that is used in testing has a different way in which the responses are given. In our case, it is highlight. Let us look at the meaning of highlight. Highlight means a brief explanation as the point is mentioned and then value is added. What we mean is that this term requires you to mention precisely a given point, or rather in your response there must be a mention. In our case, it is measures of controlling inflation.